All right, I think we're live. Computer says we are. So, hello, everybody. If I'm live, let me know in the chat. Hi, how's it going today? Another Sunday. I was really looking forward to this one because I feel like I haven't done a live in a while. If you are in the chat, let me know if I'm sounding okay. Kind of trying a little bit different thing. I found out some information just today that Epoch Cam is no longer technically supported on Ecamm Live, which is a program that I'm using for live streams. So I'm trying something a little bit different. I may have to switch to a different app or something like that in order to still use this camera on my phone. Maybe wanting to upgrade or do something different, but let me know if things are sounding okay, looking okay. Give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Let's go ahead and pop into the chat really quick before we get started. We do have a very packed agenda of things to talk about. So we've got Consult a Blind Guy in the house. Oh my goodness. I had to reset Ecamm and it blew up all the comments. So Andrew, you get a super big comment. All right, so got Consult a Blind Guy Andrew in the house with a hashtag bruh. We got Paximus. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Andrew boosting engagement. Always a great guy. Andrew's killing it with always the support. I always appreciate everything he does for the quarantine. The 4 thumbs up. Awesome. Good to know. Thanks so much. All right. So like I said, it's a loaded agenda. I don't really know how long my setup is going to stay active and working. So we're going to try and get through some of these things as fast as possible. But not try and rush because, let's take our time. Let's get nerdy. Let's talk whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much all the updates that I have. So if you are an Epoch Cam user, you may have to search for another alternative. So let's go ahead and just jump right in to the first agenda. Today I'm going to leave everything down below in terms of the order. I'm going to try and go back and do the time codes. Don't really know how to do that yet, but I can Google it after the fact and put that in after. May make some short videos out of this stuff. Who knows? But first, we want to talk about the sad, unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman. Now, this happened, I don't even know how long ago, like just right around a week. It happened after my last live, so less than a week ago. He unfortunately passed due to cancer, and we found out that he actually had cancer during his essentially entire time in the MCU and playing Black Panther. So it's a really sad passing to see such a talented guy go, and the fact that he was able to push through his own illness to be able to help others, go visit kids in the hospital with cancer, show up to all the Marvel events, do all these great, fantastic things, act in so many movies in that time frame is phenomenal. And he is definitely the ideal person for someone. And see, I'm trying something new, and I got a notification about some kind of a riot thing. So that just ruined Chadwick Boseman's memorial, but we're not going to let that phase us. So yeah, very sad passing that had happened. But I wish his family all the best. He was a fantastic guy from what I knew. He was the embodiment of a superhero. So the fact that he even passed and so early, I felt like his career, although it was just getting started in terms of not only his MCU roles, but also anything beyond. There was a movie, 21 Bridges, I was super interested in seeing. Unfortunately, never got the chance, but now I'm definitely going to make sure to check that out with his unfortunate passing, give him a little bit more respect towards his projects that he put a lot of time and effort in during his time of suffering. So I want to support those. So rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. There's a great video that Hey Archer did. I don't know if he's in the chat today or on the live stream, but he did a great video where he also did in his live a little bit of a remembrance. That's a really good video to go and check out. Highly recommend checking that one out. All right, so let's give a moment here for Chadwick as we move on to our next category here. All right, whoops, that is the wrong topic. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and switch. We're gonna go switch gears to Star Wars now. We're gonna talk about John Boyega. So John Boyega recently came out in a GQ article, I believe, like GQ Britain or something like that, that he kind of got, for lack of a better phrase, shit on in Star Wars. He was very much marketed as being a very big player in the universe, as well as being able to be a massive character overall, because he was very much front and center in a lot of the promotional stuff. If I remember correctly, one of the first pieces of promo art or promo posters that came out was when they sort of did those half faces with Han Solo, Rey. I think there was a Kylo Ren one and Finn. And the first one I actually remember seeing was Finn, and seeing that there was a black character in the forefront was pretty awesome, especially holding a lightsaber. And then as we progressed and we got to actually see the movie, it turns out that he was a defected stormtrooper, which was something we had never seen before. And his character seemed like it was going to be a major part of the Star Wars universe. But after The Force Awakens, when it switched to Last Jedi, I don't know if it was necessarily the writings team or if they just never maybe planned for him to be a major character despite the promotional stuff, which is kind of not a good look for Disney and Star Wars if they did just try and use like a racial sort of thing to get people to come in and say you're represented. It's very much false advertising in a lot of ways, which I totally agree with John Boyega that he got the raw end of the deal in this. He's extremely talented. If you've ever seen Attack the Block, that is one of my favorite alien invasion movies. He is fantastic. He's also one of the better parts of Pacific Rim Uprising, which there's not a ton of positives in that movie, but he's definitely one of them. He's amazingly talented. And the fact that he got pushed to the back for other white characters that took essentially over the franchise, it's kind of disheartening for such a talented guy. And I really hope him all the best. I know that he was in a lot of the movements for the Black Lives Matter. He was out with people, and he actually said that he's probably not going to get a lot of work for this, but luckily there was tons of support for him in the Hollywood community where they were mentioning that, you know, we'll support you. We'll make sure you have work because this is something that's obviously very important. And I think that's very comforting knowing that even if Hollywood kind of continues to screw him over, kind of like Star Wars and Disney did, at least he's going to have work and be able to show off his talents, which are, again, phenomenal. And I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be acting. He's great. I think he has a lot of great stances on things. You know, I don't know him personally, but he seems like an overall pretty great guy. And I wish him the best. I wish he got a better run in Star Wars if they would have put a little bit more focus on him, because there was a good story there. And then they just totally put him in the back seat. Same thing with I think her name was Trui Tang, the girl who plays Rose. She got put in the back seat in Last Jedi, and I think it was just a massive mishandling of the franchise and something that really could have been great, and they totally fumbled the ball. Let's go to the comments really quick. The live chat. Wasn't he in Pacific Rim? Yes, Pacific Rim Uprising, which was the sequel. He was, I don't remember the guy's name, Idris Elba, whatever his character's name is. It was his son. Yeah, I got it. Perfect. Cool. So yeah, I think that John Boyega needs to have more work. The guy is extremely talented. He shouldn't be in the shadow of Star Wars for the rest of his life, like a lot of people who have been in Star Wars have been. I think he needs to have something bigger. I think he's tried to do that maybe with Pacific Rim Uprising, but I would like to see him in something maybe not so action heavy, like still have something actiony, but not so heavy where it's reliant on giant CG sets. Maybe give him some just badass stuff to do. Maybe they could make him like Denzel Washington's son or something like that in Equalizer. I don't know if that's too much of a cop-out, kind of doing like a Die Hard situation, but could be an idea. Give it a shot. All right, let's pop back in the comments really quick. We got a heart from V. Hi, V. Okay, so just a really quick thing. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I want everyone in the chat, live stream, what have you, to know that V, hold on, wait, I'm terrible at this. V right here is my wife. So thank you very much for coming to my live stream, V, and supporting me. I don't know if you want to put your name out there, but I'll just let you know she's my wife. I love her. Thank you. All right, so had to refresh YouTube. Oh my God. Did I just say Waitai? I'm sorry. I can't read. YouTube is being something lately and didn't start automatically. Yeah, I had that happen with a couple of other live streams where it doesn't start automatically and it's really kind of annoying. What's up, Corn Fam? Pax says hi. And consult the blind guy. Okay. So let's move on. Like I said, I don't want to burn too long on this live. We have way too many topics to get through. But keeping it in the realm of Star Wars and something a little bit more positive, The Mandalorian. Hey, that's something good. People like that. Is going to be coming out on Disney Plus on October the 30th, if I remember correctly. Now, I did want to quickly touch upon this. I put out a couple of polls on like Instagram and Twitter, just on maybe what people wanted to talk about. And since there was no definitive answer, we're just doing it all, just smashed together. So, what's exciting about The Mandalorian Season 2 is obviously Baby Yoda. People want to see more Baby Yoda. Even though I know whoever's here and is a fan is going to want to smash the dislike button and say that it's not Baby Yoda. He's the child and he doesn't have a name and all that other stuff. It's Baby Yoda. Just be honest with yourselves. It's Baby Yoda. Super exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't really know what to tell you to look forward to in this season, but the way that season 1 ended, it was a massive cliffhanger, and I think there's so many questions that need to be answered. But because The Mandalorian is very episodic in terms of like, there is kind of an overarching story dealing with the child and Baby Yoda, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with that. Like, a lot of what the main conflicts are just happening contained in their own episode. There's not a big overarching goal or thing that they have to achieve other than protecting the child or capturing the child, whatever. But we don't really know what the end goal of that is, I guess. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more information there. I just want to briefly touch on The Mandalorian. I'm super excited for it. I love the first season. I actually want to go back and rewatch it. Tons of great stuff in there. Not really much bad to say. Really looking forward to more. But yeah, just want to quickly touch on more Mandalorian in October. So that's super exciting. All right. Let's go back. We're just going to alternate. We're going to go comments, topic, comments, topic. I don't know where I left off. Pax fam. Everybody's saying hi to V. Haven't seen the other ones yet, says Andrew. I'm not sure if you're talking about John Boyega or The Mandalorian. Don't know. Haven't caught up since the 3rd episode. That's probably related to The Mandalorian. You gotta catch up. It's good stuff. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're gonna get some good stuff that you're gonna absolutely love. I love the character of The Mandalorian, so I think that there's a lot to be explored. We got a tiny bit of that, I think, in the first season. There were some slower episodes where we got a little bit more personable, I think. But for the most part, it's a pretty good series to check out. Highly recommend if you have some time. And you can watch it over the next 2 months and then just watch Mulan for free because it's going to be free in December. Although, if you follow me on Instagram, like this thing says here, you'll probably know in my story, I'm predicting that they will push it and come out sooner. I highly doubt a lot of people will be paying $29.99 for that. So follow me on Instagram. Long story short. All right, so next topic is going to be something very exciting that just came out the other day, and it kind of teased it earlier because I hit the wrong button, and that is Jack Reacher. So Amazon is actually producing or releasing a Jack Reacher TV series, very much in the same vein of their Jack Ryan series with starring John Krasinski from The Office and Everybody Wants to Be Mr. Fantastic. He's awesome. That series is awesome. I did only watch the first season, didn't catch up with the second season, so I do have some work to do there. But I'm super excited about this one mainly. Number one, because I was introduced to Jack Reacher in this Tom... I can't point because it doesn't overlay. That one. I'm terrible at this. Tom Cruise movie, Jack Reacher, that came out a couple years back. Now, I actually really liked Jack Reacher, the first one, because it was just a movie that I didn't expect. It was Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise, but without the major over CGI of like The Mummy or like anything like that. Not like the heart-pounding type of big story of Mission Impossible. It's very much a small story. And he is just an awesome character. The author, Lee Child, I believe is his name, has written a ton of Jack Reacher books, of which I've only read about 5. But every single one is different, and I love them. The reason being is because each book is very different. They don't really have much in common other than Jack Reacher. He's essentially just a wanderer who goes town to town and somehow trouble finds him or he has to help somebody get out of trouble. That's kind of just the main theme of it. But I love the books. The movie, the first one especially, is really good. The second one, not so much, although I did want to rewatch it. Okay, this is the truth. So I watched it the first time, didn't really like it. The sequel, which is Never Go Back, I think. I watched it a second time, and I didn't think it was as bad, but I still think the first one was stronger. That doesn't matter. The whole reason why I'm talking about this is because Alan Ritchson, who is the other guy in that photo, from DC Titans, if anybody watches Titans, which you probably shouldn't at this point, but he plays Hawk, as well as he was on Blue Mountain State, and he was in Smallville as Aqualad, whatever. He's been in a lot of stuff. He even played Raphael in the TMNT, the reboot Michael Bay ones, even though he's obviously CGI. He was in the suit and did the voice for Raphael. So this guy, who actually fits the build of Jack Reacher, which is a big dude who's blonde, and he actually fits the character, and he's going to be starring as Jack Reacher. Super excited about this. I think that with what we've seen in DC Titans, again, if you have seen DC Titans, God bless you if you have, he does really good with a lot of the struggles that Hank goes through. He goes through a bit of an addiction struggle, some just getting older, dealing with some of the, I can't even think of a word, je ne sais quoi, of being an older sort of hero and like having to deal with like the physicality of it, the toll that it takes on his body. And he does a really good job of that. Now, Jack Reacher doesn't necessarily have that, although it does have it in tiny little bits and pieces here and there. But he is very much just a character wandering around the U.S. after getting out of the military. Just got tired of it, and trouble always seems to find him. Now, they don't really, as far as I know, have a story for this Jack Reacher yet, but I am super excited because no matter what, each book itself is different. I don't know if they're basing it off of a specific one, but if they're basing it off of any of the first 5 that I read, I know I'm in for a good time. They're going to be a lot of fun. If they base it even off of the first Jack Reacher movie that Tom Cruise was in, it's going to be awesome either way. So I highly recommend checking out either Jack Reacher, the books, or the movie, mainly the first one starring Tom Cruise. May have to do a movie review on that one since I don't think I did a movie review on that one. May have to check that one out. Or what we could do, hang in there with me here, I can try and figure out how to do a watch party. Now, I know Hey Archer's doing one upcoming for his 300 that he just passed. If we can get me to 300, maybe we can do a watch party of Jack Reacher. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section or live chat. I'd love to know if you guys think that would be fun. We could do just a watch party to watch Jack Reacher together and hang out, eat popcorn, or whatever it is that watch parties do. I don't know. Never done a watch party before, but we can try it. Okay. I'm going to close that out. And the final topic, how far are we in? 18 minutes. Not bad. I'm like zooming off of the camera thing here. Why didn't you guys tell me I was basically off camera? So the last thing that we're going to talk about today is we're going to do a trailer reaction of the newest James Bond film, No Time to Die. Now, this is actually the second trailer that just came out a few days ago. I haven't watched it yet, but I am excited to check it out. Before we do that, though, we got to flip-flop and go back to the live chat. So let's go ahead and go back. I think Paxim is talking about Mandalorian. Cool, I'll try to catch up. Yes. Quit watching when they started talking about Star Wars cartoons. Mandalorian sounds good. Archer is going to be the more authority on Star Wars cartoons. He does the whole Clone Wars thing. I tried to watch it. I, for some reason, just can't get into it. I've tried to watch it like 2-3 times. But The Mandalorian is really good. If you're like Star Wars, but not necessarily want to get into the big, having to deal with a lot of the lightsabers, the politics of it, I think The Mandalorian is a good jumping off point. for a introduction, a soft introduction to Star Wars. If you only are familiar with the originals, that would probably be a good place to start. I wish they didn't do the TV series after the movies. They tend to ruin the whole concept of the original. Yeah, a lot of the times they write themselves in a corner because they go based off of that stuff. That it's just kind of like, okay, that's like Rogue One, for example. Nobody really cares how the plans for the Death Star got into the hands of the rebels, but for some reason they felt it was necessary of a story to make a whole movie out of it. It's still a decent movie, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why that was the story that we needed to see. I never questioned that at all. And like that whole movie was just to fill like 2 plot holes in the entire Star Wars universe. It just wasn't really worth it to me. He did a cameo in Smallville as Aquaman, not Tom Cruise, the other dude. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Pax. Yeah, so he was in Smallville as Aquaman, Aqualad, whatever you want to call him. He's been in a lot of stuff. On the road, have to catch the replay. Archer. Okay, no problem, man. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you left a thumbs up. Just kidding. But yeah, there's going to be some interesting information, I hope, for you in this one. I'm down. I think you're talking about Jack Reacher, because I haven't talked about much. For some reason, the Inspector Gadget theme just popped in my head. I tried to watch the Inspector Gadget on Netflix the other day, and my son just wasn't paying attention, so I gave up. I didn't get to watch it. Hey, Archer, bruh. As long as Star Wars is a movie, I'll watch it. I won't watch the cartoon unless it's done by Lucas. Okay, fair point. Star Wars is such a hard thing to get people into, but just as a shameless plug, I did do a video where I did talk about how to get somebody introduced to Star Wars and the different options you could have. So you can check out that video, which is now on my channel. I'll try and leave it up in the corner somehow later. Pax is down for the movie. Cool. We'll figure it out for 300. Yes. Have to get to 300 first, and then we'll figure out the watch party. So not only will we do a watch party, but I have the giveaway that I'm doing. So it's a win-win for everybody. We can do a watch party, we can do a giveaway. We can announce the giveaway winner at the watch party. That would be really cool. I like that idea. I like that idea. We'll do it at 300 if we get there. Hopefully. Soon. Sooner than later. And Andrew agrees. Perfect. It's a plan. We'll make it happen. Okay, last and final thing we're going to talk about is the No Time to Die. I'm sorry if I just clapped and it blew out your eardrums. We're going to talk about the No Time to Die trailer number 2. We're going to play it here on the screen for me to watch, as well as you'll be able to get to see it, which is pretty cool. And I'll leave myself in the corner, or at least I'll try to. This will be copyright right away, but I don't really care. So here we go with No Time to Die.
The past isn't dead.
James, fate draws us back together. Now your enemy is my enemy.
His name is Safin.
And what does he want?
Revenge. Me.
When her secret finds its way out, it'll be the death of you.
You can imagine why I've come back to play.
There's a young lady in Santiago I want you to meet.
You're late.
When you're ready. Salute.
I met your new 00. She's a disarming young woman.
I get why you shot him.
Yeah, well, everyone tries at least once.
James Bond.
We both eradicate people to make the world a better place. I just want to be a little tidier.
Come on, Bond. Where the hell are you?
You ever flown one of these?
to tell the good from bad, villains from heroes these days.
What is it?
You don't know what this is. He's going to kill millions.
If we don't do this, there will be nothing left to save.
All right. Let's go to the comments, shall we? Hey Archer with a hashtag bruh. Thank you. Bruh indeed. As long as you follow fair use guidelines and copyright mentally, you should fight the claim. I don't put too much effort into it. They want to do whatever they want to do. I don't make any money off of this anyway. It's just for fun, so... Thought it was a Mission Impossible movie for a second. It looked like a Mission Impossible movie. I don't really know what to think about this trailer. I thought it was Mission Impossible too. So I think Bond is done. Kingsman can beat this out if they lean into it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Not a Bond fan. Fan of Leah, who's in this movie. Don't know who that is. I don't know who he is. My thoughts. I have zero interest in this movie. It looks only interesting for the action set pieces, but I feel like that is pretty much every James Bond movie. My personal favorite James Bond movie actually is Daniel Craig, and that's in Casino Royale, but I'm not a James Bond fan. It just doesn't connect with me the same way it does with a lot of people. It's cool if it connects with you, but for me, I just don't see it. I have to go with Archer on this one. I think that Kingsman is way more interesting. You've got way the same stuff that Bond has, but like 10 times better. It goes way further. And the fact that they said in this trailer that like everything will change, and I hate when they do this, especially for like, this is the last movie that Daniel Craig's going to be James Bond, mark my words. I think it's already been announced, but I'm not interested. I will watch it when it comes out at some point, like super, super cheap, or I can just watch it for free. But I have zero interest in seeing this movie. Not a fan for me. Don't like it. I would rather watch Mission Impossible and Kingsman over and over than watch any more than just Casino Royale. And the fact that they just keep bringing the same characters back from James Bond, they brought back the guy who's like the CIA agent who's also in Westworld and going to be playing Jim Gordon in the new Batman movie. He's in it. But for the most part, they just bleh. Like, I don't really care about any part of this other than what it looks like in the action set pieces. That's about it. It's kind of like Jason Bourne. I'm not a big fan of Jason Bourne either. The first one is the one that I like the most. That one had the most interesting things going on, but people love the second and third one. I don't get it, but there's just not my cup of tea in terms of like espionage movies, I guess. But I agree. Kingsman and the other one that I said, Mission Impossible, are the only ones that are interesting at this point. James Bond is bringing nothing new to the table. Andrew hit me with agree. Love Kingsman. Yeah, Kingsman's great. The first one especially. Second one was okay, but both are awesome movies. Way better than anything that I saw in this trailer. Even the most dull points of those movies look better and more fun than what's happening in this movie. Andrew loves the Bourne series. That's perfectly fine. Everybody has their own likes and dislikes, but I just don't understand the Bourne franchise beyond the first one. I liked when he had like opened up the safe and like had to use like there were like 7 different things he had to use and like created the code to where he had to get to. That was fun. I like that. But everything else just kind of felt like overly close shaky cam fight sequences, which just wasn't as much fun. Got Rhino Dog in the house. What's up, Rhino Dog? How's it going? Hopefully you're not at the firehouse today. Can take a break. Always be a Bond fan. There are a lot of Bond fans out there, but I think that this series from Daniel Craig just has been very divisive again amongst the James Bond fans, where a lot of people just aren't interested in a lot of what it's presenting. I know, like, I liked Casino Royale's my favorite, as I mentioned, but I think what was the second one? Quantum of Solace was nobody liked that one. A lot of people didn't. And then the next one, Skyfall, was really good because that one had number one the best soundtrack in terms of like the Adele song, and it had Javier Bardem's character, which was super cool. And then Spectre was super boring. And now this one, I just kind of don't have that interest in it. But again, to each their own. If that's your cup of tea, go for it. All right. So we've got a couple of people talking within chat to each other. So we're past 30 minutes, which is awesome. We covered all 5 topics that I wanted to talk about today. Really, I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. But that's my biggest takeaway from this. Everything else, I'm excited about, Jack Reacher and the Mandalorian. Hope the best for John Boyega and Chadwick Boseman's family. But this movie just kind of leaving a bad taste in my mouth, I guess. Kind of a bummer. I was hoping to have like a grand reaction to the final Bond movie from Daniel Craig, but kind of fizzled. Sorry. But yeah, so let's just pop into the chat really quick. Andrew has something to say. It's because of my way of CIA NSA operates as well as veteran thing. Yeah, I mean, that might just be an aspect of it. I mean, you probably better understand a lot of that stuff than just some civilian guy like me. But those are my thoughts on it. So I can't really change my experience. I can only go based on mine. You're based on yours, which is perfectly fine. Respect your opinion. And thank you for your service, by the way. Also the same with Rhino Dog for being a firefighter. So thank both of you guys. But really, I think that's all I'm going to do. Also, all I'm going to talk about today. Let's hit up the main stuff, which is the exciting stuff. So subscribing. That's right. You want to make sure you're subscribed. As this little doohickey says right up here, make sure to follow me on Instagram at AaronWallerYT. It's the same across all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. But I am most active here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Those are the best ways to contact me. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I do have new videos upcoming all the time. I just recorded like 4 videos the other day. 2 cinematic relates and like 2 other videos that I'm still working on. I'm just in an editing loop, and it's been crazy trying to balance everything. But make sure you subscribe for those videos. As I mentioned, new cinematic relate every single Thursday, as well as I go live every single Sunday at 7 p.m. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. I greatly do appreciate it. What else? What else do I have? That's it, I think. Yeah, let's call it a day. Pax's stream, I think, is coming up soon. So make sure you guys go check out his live stream where he does study with Paximus. Just hang out, listen to some chill music. I'll probably edit because I got to get a lot of that stuff done. Make sure you come say hi, hang out, all that good stuff. Also, I don't know if I said it, to leave a thumbs up if you guys like this video. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Always have fun doing the lives. I guess we should put a main emphasis on this. I know I keep trying to end it, but I'm not. Just end it, Aaron. But make sure you subscribe, because obviously the giveaway at 300, but also, as we talked about earlier in this live stream, we'll probably be doing a watch party maybe at 300 for the Jack Reacher movie with Tom Cruise. So I want to do a watch party. I want to do a giveaway, but I need your guys' help to spread the word, get me to 300, hopefully beyond that. But hopefully we can get up to that 300 mark so we can have just an awesome, fun stream, watch party, whatever you want to call it. But really, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really going to end the video this time. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you're on the replay, make sure you leave a hashtag team replay in the comments. But thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys in the next live next Sunday or the next video. Just leave me a comment. See you guys later.